Welcome to Lutherans Alive. This is the program that seeks to tell the stories of Lutheran Christians and their ministries here in southwestern Pennsylvania, believing that God is doing wonderful things through us. I'm Pastor Tony Schneck, and pleased to be the host today, talking with Tina Heinicke. And Tina happens to be not from our neck of the woods here in southwestern Pennsylvania, but Tina happens to be from near Frankfurt, Germany, and is here with us on the territory of southwestern Pennsylvania for a little while. Tina, welcome to Lutherans Alive today.
Thank you.
Welcome, glad you're here today. Tell us a little bit about yourself first, where exactly you're from near Frankfurt, Germany, and how it is that you got here to the United States.
Yeah, I'm from Waldorf. It's 20 minutes away from Frankfurt, but I always say I'm from Frankfurt because I study there. I spent most of my time there. And yeah, I came here to the United States because as I was a kid, Pastor Natalie was my neighbor because her dad was in Germany because of the government and his work, and so we know each other, and she spent a lot of time in our home in Germany, and I have to do an internship for sociology, and so I came here and I asked her, and she said yes, of course, and so I spent time in her church and watching her, and that's my internship.
And the Pastor Natalie of whom you speak is Pastor Natalie Gessert from the Oak Grove Lutheran Church near Zelienople, here on the territory of our Synod. And so you knew each other in Germany, and now you've sort of reconnected here in our area, and you're fulfilling an internship. And you say you're studying sociology?
Yeah, sociology and education science, and I already have my degree in education science in January this year, and in summer I will make my degree in sociology with my bachelor work.
And how long will your time in the United States be?
It will be 7 weeks. I'm already here for 4 weeks, so 3 weeks left, and I hope I like it till yet. Everything is good, and I really like it, and I enjoy it.
What are some differences that you notice? How does life here in the Pittsburgh area, sort of in a suburb of Pittsburgh, compare with life in a suburb of Frankfurt, Germany?
Everything is bigger. The cars are bigger, the streets are bigger, and in Germany you really can go by bus or by train or just walk or go by bike, and here you really have to use the car. Everything is so far away that it would be hard to go by bike, and at home I try to go by bike all the time because everything is near. I can cross my city in 5 minutes by car. So, and here you have to drive really long, and the distance is much longer than in Germany.
And are you driving here in the United States?
No, I don't drive. I could drive, but I think I don't know all of the signs, and so that would be the problem, not my driving.
So you're doing a lot of studying while you are here, and you're living in the area near Zelienople, Cranberry, that area there, which is a growing area. And you've gotten somewhat connected with the Oak Grove Lutheran Church there as well. How have you found the people of the congregation there?
Really nice. They welcomed me, and they are pretty nice people, and every Sunday I join the confirmation class. So I see some of the young students here, and we're making some activities. Like last week they could ask me whatever they want and what they want to know about Germany and my life there, and so it's really, I do a lot of different things. It's really interesting for me.
What sort of questions did they ask you?
Oh, they asked one really funny question. They asked me if I have German television, and I thought, yes, of course, we have. And yeah, they asked about my hobbies and what music I'm listening to, and yeah, they asked kind of how different the religion is and the church is, and about my experience.
Okay. And the church in Germany is is a bit different in many ways. In many ways, a state church. At least that has been the tradition in Germany. And of course, we Lutherans have a strong connection to Germany in that Martin Luther, a German monk, professor, and parish pastor, from whom we gain our name as we understand the gospel in a way that's very similar to him. And so, but now, is there, in your education in Germany, is there a lot of history taught about Martin Luther and the Reformation?
Yeah, because, we have to take religion classes in school. We have to take them for 6 years, and after that we can decide if we want to take them anymore. I took religion classes for 13 years, my whole school time. And then, yes, of course, we were taught about the Martin Luther or almost of everything out of the Bible or the big religious. We get a big view around religion. And so I was taught about Martin Luther, and actually I live in the Martin Luther Street in Germany.
You live on a Martin Luther Street?
Mm-hmm.
How wonderful. How wonderful. And very apropos here for us on this program. Very good. Very good. So you've gotten to do a number of things with Pastor Natalie as you've sort of spent some time with her and the people of Oak Grove Lutheran Church. Besides being a part of the confirmation class, are there other things that you've gotten to experience since you've been here?
Yeah, I am going to every meeting she has and listen or talking to the people. We meet a lot of other pastors and like Bible studies, and I always go with her and see what she's doing and join them and talk with them too. Yeah.
Good. So you've gotten to see quite a bit of our Pittsburgh area, at least the northern region of our Pittsburgh area here on the territory of our southwestern Pennsylvania Synod. So, and you've seen some churches of different sizes, of course. Some churches may perhaps be bigger than the Oak Grove Church. Some might be even smaller. Have you traveled around to some of the other churches then?
Yeah, I was in Clayt Run to see the church there. That was the smallest church I've seen. And we went to a really big church. I can't remember the name yet. I'm sorry, but that was a really, really big church, and I don't know how it was called. I can't remember it, but that was the most biggest church.
Okay, churches of all different shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
Tina, thank you so much for what you've shared so far. We're going to take just a short break, and we'll be back with more and more conversation here on Lutherans Alive.
Okay.
Welcome back to Lutherans Alive. We're glad you're with us, and we're also glad to have on the program today Tina Heinicke from Frankfurt, Germany, or near Frankfurt, Germany. And you were telling us that on the street where you grew up there, Pastor Natalie Gessert and her family also lived nearby. Tell us a little bit about what it was like growing up on that street. What was it like going to school? You have brothers and sisters. What family life was like growing up? Tell us a little bit about what was it like to grow up there in Frankfurt, Germany.
Yeah, it was really nice. You know, in the town I live, there are a lot of lakes, and the woods are near us, so a lot of nature. And my street there isn't a lot of traffic, so it was safe for the kids to play at the street. And yeah, I went to school in my hometown. I always walked there, and it was really easy, only 10 minutes away. And it's a really sweet community. We don't have a lot of inhabitants, and now there are more, but in the time I grew up, there weren't so many. And yeah, I had a really nice childhood with a lot of fun and playing and in the nature. And I have one sister, and she's older than me, 5 years. She's a teacher for kids from the age of 6 to 10. I don't know, the school system here is different, so I always say the age that you can think what it is. And yeah, in our garden we have a second house. There lives my aunt, my uncle, and my cousin, and my grandpa also lives in our house. So the whole family is still together, and it's a really nice family life, and it was.
You mentioned the schools, how the schools might be a little different. From your impression so far, just from being around some of the young people here in the United States and being here, how are the schools different? How is life at school different in Germany than it is here in the United States?
Yeah, in Germany we don't have so many clubs to join. You just go to school till 1:15 p.m. and then you go home. You don't spend so much time at school after school. Just if you don't have parents who wait for you at home, then there are some, not clubs, they are just activities you can do. But I think the people here, the students, have to be longer in school than in Germany. Like, I think they come at home at 4 p.m., don't they? And that's a difference.
Mm-hmm. Is there school in the summertime for the German children? Is school, or are the summer months off for the young people in Germany?
Yeah, they are off 6 weeks in the summer, in the fall 2 weeks, winter 3, and in the spring 2 more weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Our young people here in the United States are off all summer, so, and not as many breaks throughout the year.
Yeah.
So that would be another difference. Can you say some things about the difference between the church in Germany and the church in the United States? How have you observed, as you've observed the church in Germany, how is it different than the church here in the United States?
You know, I saw that you have a lot of churches. Everywhere you can see churches. I saw a lot of churches. And in Germany we have two big, kind of religion. Like we have Protestants and Roman Catholic. These are the main, I don't know how to say it, the main...
Different traditions, denominations. Whereas here in the United States we have Baptist, Episcopalian, Presbyterian, Orthodox. They're very great in number.
Yeah, and we have more, but the main religions are Protestants or Roman Catholic, and we have a lot of Muslims in Germany, so the Islam has a big role in Germany too. And there are some churches. I know a Lutheran church in Frankfurt, but I don't know any other Lutheran church. I really would have to look it up in the internet where are other Lutheran churches. Because in school they don't teach Lutheran or something, they teach Protestants or Roman Catholic or ethics. If you are Muslim or have no religion, then you go to ethics.
Okay, interesting. You mentioned the internet. Has it been helpful to sort of keep in touch with folks back home since you've been here in the United States? This communication age in which we live, there's much in the way of communication, ways that we have to keep in touch with people. Are you doing some of that? Able to keep in touch with folks back home?
Yeah, I'm doing that. It's much easier now. So I call with my mom, and I also use Skype. That's the easiest way to communicate with my people at home, and it doesn't cost anything, so it's really good. And yeah, I think it's much easier now to be so far away from home at this time, because you really have the chance to talk to the people and to see them with webcams and everything. So sure, I'm kind of homesick, but it's okay. I can handle it.
Mm-hmm. Do young people in Germany carry their cell phones around, and are they constantly text messaging just like the young people here in the United States?
Yeah, I think they are the same. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Are there ways, do you know of ways that the German church is using some of those communication methods to sort of get their message out there in Germany? Do the German churches have websites, and do they have television programs like we do here in the United States?
Oh, I don't know if they have television programs. I don't think so, but they have homepages. Yeah, they have some homepages, but not really good ones. It's just maybe most of the times one member of the church is making the homepage and taking care of it. It's not, the old people in Germany don't use internet really much. I saw that here, like on Facebook. Here, everybody has Facebook in America. In Germany, only the younger people use Facebook.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about church suppers? Do the German churches have covered dish dinners like we do here in the United States? Do you know anything about those?
Covered dish dinners, what do you mean with that?
Like everybody brings something to eat. Do you know if the churches get together and have meals together?
Yeah, there are always some events in the different churches. Like the Catholic Church is near my house, only 3 minutes away, and they always celebrate some events around the year often. And so I go there and eat with them. I have a good friend, she's Catholic, and she's really close to the church, and then I visit her, and there are meals, or they sell things for helping other people or for organizations. Yeah.
What about important outreaches? Our congregations here attempt to answer what we believe to be God's call to care for our neighbors in need, whether that be through a soup kitchen or a food pantry, or counseling services of some kind, or just in general reaching out to people who are in need. Are there ways that the German church is doing some of those things? Are there things that you're aware of in the way of social outreach?
Yeah, they're doing things like that, but Germany, it's a really social state. And so the government is taking care of the homeless or the people in need. Like there is one thing, there you can bring your clothes and everything, or food, and then 2 days you have to have like coins or marks to go there. So you have to show that you are really poor or don't earn enough. And then you can go there and they give you the stuff like clothing you don't have to pay the clothes, or the food, and they give you as much as you want. And that's a government organization. Like all the big supermarkets give the food they don't need to these organizations, and they give it to the poor people. But there are some church organizations or projects for them too, but they are big ones from the government.
Tina, once again, thank you for what you've shared thus far. We're going to take another break, and we'll be back with more here on Lutherans Alive.
Okay.
Welcome back to Lutherans Alive. We're continuing our conversation with Tina Heinicke, who comes from Frankfurt, Germany. And we were talking a little bit earlier about the differences between the church in Germany and the church here in the United States. What about the overall role of religion in Germany and the role of religion and religious life here in the United States? Could you say some things about the differences that you see? How have you observed it?
Yeah, I think there is a big difference between the meaning of the church in Germany and here in the United States. I think maybe it's here more important, even though, I saw so many churches, and you can find so many churches in Germany, and I think that says a lot for itself. And like, there's one big thing where I can explain it pretty good, like marriage. I found out that here in America the people marry really early, and they don't like to see if they move together before they are married. And in Germany the way of getting married would be like come together, get together, and dating for a long time, moving together, marriage. You move together before you marry. That's normal in Germany. Nobody would ever judge you if you do that. And even if you have kids, not everybody is getting married in Germany. Some have kids, 2 or 3, and with 35 or 40 they decide to marry just because they want to. I don't think that they see the reason like the people here in America see the reason to marry.
And when that does happen here in the United States, that is often frowned upon as sort of the backward way of doing things. A lot of people in our churches still indeed do see it that way. Although a lot of people who come to us to be married are already living together, and that we might just not talk about it as much. We sort of hush that a bit, whereas in Germany it sounds as if it's much more socially acceptable.
I think it's totally socially
acceptable.
Socially accepted.
Yes.
And I think, I don't know how to explain it, but many people believe in God, but they don't see the reason to go in a church. Or like the pastor would never come to your house to talk with you. And that's privacy, and nobody come in.
So, in your experience, God is still a part of the life of people in Germany. People still believe in God, but a lot of people just might not be living their faith, so to speak. They just they know that God is there. Might be there if they need him, but are not necessarily going to church or living that out.
Yeah, I can't talk for everybody. I just can say it how it's in my life or how it's in the life of the people around me. If you would talk to an older person, maybe they would tell something totally different than I do. They are just my experiences. Mm-hmm. I share with you. So,
what do you like about the church here in the United States? That from what you've seen, what's good? What do you see that makes you say, "Hey, that's a good thing," or "That's a neat thing they're doing"? What's good about the church here in the United States?
Yeah, I really like the community, and I like, even though you're not best friends with everybody, you always know there's someone who can help you, and there are people you can ask for help. I think that's a point I really like at the church and what I saw here in America in my internship. I really like that the people are there for you. If you ask them, they are there, and just because that's what it's about, to help each other and to be there for each other. I like that.
Now, I feel like I have to ask the other question. What do you see that we could be doing better from your unique perspective? What could we as the church here in the United States be doing better?
Yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe there should be more programs for youth, for younger people, that there are a lot of programs. I've noticed that, but I think I don't know, maybe it would be good to teach the kids in school about religion, just that they have idea what it is. You know, the people have to go to the church to learn about religion, and all I know about religion I learned in school, and it was good. Nobody who doesn't believe or has to go there. It's just like education. I think the people here should be more educated about religion and about every religion, not only the religion they believe in, also about the religion they don't believe in, to understand why people act like they act.
It's certainly possible to teach about religion without promoting a particular religion. Religion is part of our history together. How many wars have been fought, kingdoms have been toppled because of religion. It's a part of our history together, and we can teach about it, but we don't necessarily need to push a certain religion. And that, as you say, could possibly be done in the schools, to teach that as a part of our history together. How have you found the worship, as you've had a chance to worship at Oak Grove and in other places, how have you found the worship life of our congregations?
I liked it. I can't say anything what I didn't like. It's a different experience, and it's a positive experience. I can't say that something was wrong or I didn't like. It was new and interesting for me.
Good. Tina, thank you for your unique perspective and for sharing all that you have today. We wish you many blessings as you continue to spend some time here in the United States, and when your time is done here, a safe trip home.
Thank you. 8 hours fly, so.
Bring a couple of good books. And thank you for being with us here on Lutherans Alive. We know that from wherever you're watching, in your community or near your community, there's a Lutheran congregation that would be pleased to welcome you. We hope that you'll come and worship with us, and we hope that we'll see you next time on Lutherans Alive.